Good evening, Swig Squad. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Real Life Simulations. Thank you for joining. First, all right, girl. I see you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. This thing going here getting on my nerves. I'm about to do the Love and Hip Hop review. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Hope all is well today on this chilly Wednesday evening. Yo, 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 yo. Hello, Amia. Thank you for joining. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. How are you today on this lovely Wednesday evening? Y'all know Good Friday is Friday. It just snuck up on me. I did not know Friday was, well, I know now, but I didn't remember that Friday was Good Friday. And Sunday is Easter. Sunday is also the anniversary of my beautiful mother passing. The day that she passed was April 20th. And it just happened to fall on Easter this year. So we'll be dealing with that. And Friday before Easter. Real life simulations. I usually don't do nothing. I usually just sit around the house and mope on that day. Yeah, thank you. R.I.P. to my mama. We ain't been to the cemetery but once because I'm not interested in going at all. But I said I was going hello. Hello, my real. I said I was going to choose one of these years. Thank you. Okay, from India. Hello. I said I was going to pick one of these years, real life, and just go holler at her without being a blubbering mess. So it won't be this year, though. So I'll have to, see what year I'll be able to do it. Thank you. Thank you from India. I appreciate it. Can y'all hit the like button, please? I greatly appreciate it. Also, I don't know if y'all heard, but so they said that it was a God bless you too. They said that it was a post on Indeed for a job in Georgia. They said 17 people answered this post and went on this job interview, and they are missing. They cannot locate these people. The last time they were all seen they were supposed to be going on this job interview that they heard about on Indeed. I have no idea where they were meeting at, and I don't know who they were answering. Yes. And I don't know who they were answering. I don't know what type of job they were supposed to be responding to. They've been talking about this now for about 2 or 3 days. They said 17 people responded and went on the interview. And the 17 people that responded to the job site or whatever, they missing. Nobody has heard from them. And I'm just like, what? Oh my goodness. So it's like I told y'all, I made a post some months ago, and I said that Indeed used to be the place to go to, locate any job searches. It was pretty reputable because we could depend on it, and we knew that the companies on there, yeah, that's what they said. Probably done shipped them off somewhere. Yes, they said. And you said sex traffickers post fake jobs. Yes. That is so crazy. And I said that real life a couple months back. I said that I was just saying that Indeed used to be a pretty reputable company to locate, look for employment, and you could depend on those postings being 90% real. But I said not no more. You just really cannot depend on those postings. You just don't know which ones are real. I mean, I'm sure Craigslist probably was reputable at some point also. And, they not reputable, even though I did find a focus group. Mimi, that's where I found that focus group. That focus group was posted on Indeed. But I called the place and everything to make sure that it was a real place. So yeah, I'm just like, we can't depend on anything anymore. You have to question everything. It used to be a time you could, you see an ad and they post an address. You know that that's a reputable address. You know that that's somebody looking, to hire somebody for a job. And you just go to the place. And now it can't be that simple. It's not that cut and dry because people are just crazy. And I'm like, y'all recruiting people from Indeed? Are you serious? People that are really looking for employment, looking for ways to feed their family. You mean to tell me that you are seriously going to use that as a tactic to traffic or do whatever foolishness? I feel like Indeed should invest in more money so that they could filter these companies and see which ones may be real and which ones may not. Get a contact person's number, call a contact person just to verify that everything is real so that they can back up their website, their app, and say, everything that is posted on this app is 98%, because nothing is 100%. Hey, Beverly. Thank you for joining, because nothing is 100%, proof, or nothing is 100% just what it is. So they should start doing research on the companies who is looking for employees, and just to make sure that they're real, just to reassure the people who are on the side of looking for employment, so that they can offer them just a little more cushion, so that when you searching on that app, that you searching for real. Because this is just sad. All of these people missing because they was looking for a job. I said, "Oh my goodness!" And this has gone on in Georgia, supposedly. So I'm not sure what's gonna go on. But anywho, welcome. Thank you for joining. And I am doing a review today on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So they're still out of town, out of sorts, on a little trip. And Bambi joined Sierra and Ashley at the beach. Ashley says that she participated in the, they had the sex games the night before. And before Ashley and Carly got into their argument. And Ashley said that she participated in the games because Carly seemed cool at that point. Carly be cool for 5 minutes and then Carly just don't be Carly no more. Kenya joins them. Sierra said that she don't think that Carly Red likes her husband, Tilo. I believe Carly Red really liked Tilo, and I just believe that she has been scarred, so scarred that she can't help but to spy on him. So she is checking his phone and checking his iPad and checking his watch and putting those trackers on his car and doing all of that because she has been with men that she said have cheated on her in the past, and she just felt like she wanted to watch him. She said he had cheated on her and she had took him back, so she feels like she wants this to be real. And Sierra said they remind her of Trump and Melania. Trump and Melania, because how Melania be like, "Ooh, don't touch me." Boy, we just, this a photo op. We ain't about to act like we married, like how Melania be acting like, "Hey, Pepper, thank you for joining. Good evening." You know how Melania be with Chump. Yeah, that's his name. Trump, when she be standing next to him and we be looking at her, she be like, she be making all the faces. She be jiggling her hand so she can move her hand out the way when he be trying to hold her hand. I'll be like, "Girl, don't you know this is what he paying you to do? You gotta hold the man hand. These are for the photos. That people taking pictures. You hearing snap, 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 snap." And she like, "I don't want him to hold my hand. I just want him to just stay over there." She like, "I just want him to, don't touch me. Just stay over there and I'm walking with you." But anyway, so Rashida and Yandy have this beating a dead horse talk they gonna have. So they sitting by the pool. Yandy says she wanted to be clear. Rashida say clear about what? So Yandy told her, you got real beefy once Erica said, remember when Erica Banks was like, "You did say, what did she say?" Rashida mentioned what she had heard when she talked to Erica, but when she talked to Yandy, she told Yandy that she hadn't heard anything. So Erica Banks said that since the Erica Banks thing, they haven't been the same. And Yandy felt like Rashida should have spoken up for Mendices. Rashida said, "I don't know what your man doing." And I feel like that's true. Like, I can't speak up on your man because I don't know what your man doing. You don't know what your man doing. I don't know what my man doing. So I can't speak on what my man doing. So I really can't speak on what your man doing. So I don't know what Yandy expects of her in this situation, but it sounds like she expects for her to, speak up for Mendices. Like, I want you to, as my friend, speak up for my husband. But Rashida was like, we not best friends. We might talk 3 or 4 times a year. You know, if you look through our text thread, you ain't going to look at our text thread and say, oh, y'all look like y'all best friends. And I'm like, dang, because I thought one time they had a conversation, they was talking about we sister girls and all this stuff. But you know, when you talking about somebody man, you be trying your best to separate yourself, because you know that can become very, very messy. Rashida said that she can't say what nobody's husband is doing, which I agree with her. They asked her if she thinks that Mendices was cheating, and she said, I plead the fifth. Hey, Jazzy J. Thank you for joining. Thank you. And she said, I plead the fifth. I said, ooh, Yandy gonna be mad when she see this, girl. When y'all go to the reunion, girl, and they play these flashbacks, girl, Yandy ain't gonna like this, girl. You told you plead the fifth on her man. Oh yeah, she gonna really have a bone to pick with you when y'all get to that reunion, honey. Cause she don't play that. You ain't about to be saying you plead the fifth on her man. So Yandy said that, you know, she just gonna take it on the chin, and they can be cordial, but you know, she kind of realizes what it is now. You know, she realizes that I think the reunion gonna be good too, Pepper. I can't wait, cause I feel like even how Yandy and Rashida ended this conversation, even though, you know, they further down the line later on in the show, you know, had a couple conversations and, you know, spoke or whatever. But I feel like once Yandy see that Rashida was like, I plead the fifth, and grabbed her drink and was like sipping, I think that Yandy is going to take offense to that. And she going to be like, so what did you mean by that? What did you mean by you plead the fifth? Because honestly, nobody can say what nobody's man is doing. Like, your man ain't in my back pocket. I'm not able to say that your man is perfect or he's not doing anything. I can say that I think he is a stand-up guy and he is a man of his word, and when he tells me he gonna come help do something, help us with the restaurant, or he gonna come help Kirk with something with the cars or something, he always come through. But when it comes to what he doing with his wee and where he going out and what he doing over there, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not about to insert myself in that and be messing up, because I don't know. As much as you want me to, I don't. Scrap meet up with Mama D and Erica. Tell me he was nervous. Boy, what you nervous for? He said that he was nervous when she was having the baby. He said he was in the room. First of all, did y'all know he was in a delivery room with a whole fifth of Patron over his head, celebrating with Patron and and I'm like, Scrappy, these are doctors and nurses coming in here trying to do their job. So he said that, Pepper, that was so sad. He said that he said the nurse was like, breathe. He was like, I'm trying. She was like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the lady that's about to have the baby. He was like, ooh, oh, okay. He talking about I was breathing too. He said he was so nervous. I'm like, dog, you done did this 11 times. I'm like, what is you nervous for? He done been in the delivery room with all of his kids. Yeah, Pepper, that's what I said. He must be an alcoholic, because everything got to involve a drink. And I'm like, why do you have to have Patron in the delivery room where you're supposed to be focused? Because anything can go wrong at a split second when a woman is in there having a baby. You got to keep your eye where you keeping it at. You got to do exactly what them doctors and them nurses say. You gotta hold her leg or hold her arm or hold her hand. Like, you gotta do whatever the responsibility is that they want you to do. You have to be ready to do that. And when they tell you to change, you gotta hurry up and switch it up. And when you under the influence, you can't be think you ain't gonna be ready for that. So he said he was nervous, and the nurse told he thought the nurse was telling him to breathe, and the nurse was talking to the baby mama. So he said his babies. So Mama D must have did an interview a while back, and she said that she has a blood test for the baby mother. This is what I want to know. First of all, me and my daughter was talking about this a couple days ago. When they say mama's babies, daddy's maybe, they really mean that. Because the kids definitely come from our bodies. They could or could not be these men's kids. I know girls who have husbands and they kids was not their husband's kids. And they ended up finding out from something like having to get a surgery or having to give blood, and they end up finding out that better. Hello? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Okay. Okay. I had to text her back. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just saying, like, your baby, you got pregnant as a result of a fun night, a fun time with your friend. So your friend was his girlfriend, and you were the extra party. Something, these are his words. Something ended up happening with the protection. And exactly, Pepper, a hot mess. Exactly. You got pregnant as a result of a hot mess. That's it. So it's like, if I never do, I would never. And when they say never, I would never do a threesome with nobody. That is just crazy to me. I don't understand the concept. Not judging nobody who do. I don't judge, but I would never be a part of nothing like that. But he himself said that there was a fun night, and something happened with the protection when he got on her. And it happened, and she called him later. She didn't even know his number. She had to DM him to let him know that this is what was about to go down. And then I'm thinking, I don't know people's beliefs and all that, but it's like, you don't even know this guy. Like, what are you like? Oh God. Anyway, so I don't understand how yes, that's what happened. Real life simulations. Yes, that's what happened. So I'm not understanding how when Mama D said I want to just make sure that it's my grandchild. I will definitely be there for my grandchild. I will be in my grandchild's life. I just want to make sure that it's my grandchild. Why do you get offended by that? Why is that? Is that something to get offended by? Like you saying this like you was his girlfriend and y'all had a real, relationship, real bond. You knew Mama D. Mama D cool with you. And then, oh, you said Bambi did the same thing? Oh, okay. She want to be on TV. That's why she did that, Pepper. She had a baby to be on TV? She didn't want to audition? Like, having a baby is doing a whole lot. She wanted to have a baby to be on TV? Wow, she threw the baby out with the bathwater, didn't she? Oh, I figured she could have definitely done a little less. Just a little less. I remember Bambi was, I remember the hot tub. Mimi said, that's dedication. I swear. Because I'm like, what? Why would you want to be on TV so bad that you reproduce? And then you are a single parent. Anything for fame and money. You right. Fame is a drug. Because I'm not having no 8 pounds, 4 ounce bouncing baby boy or baby girl just to be on some TV. Because just because you on TV don't mean you making money. You could be on TV and be broke with that baby that you got to take care of. So I'm trying to figure out, where is the intelligence in that? Okay, girl, go off, girl. So he tells Mama D that he wants her to meet his baby and that she is coming to ATL to look for a place. He wants her to move to Atlanta to be, he wants to be his child, to be closer to, the other kids and him or whatnot. So Mama D like, okay, cool. Erica like, check please. This ain't got nothing to do with me. He talking about, he gonna tell Erica, you ain't number two kids away from me. She like, I got a set of twins. I only had 2 pregnancies. Like, you have 5 single births. You got 5 kids with 3 different women. I got 2 and 2. That's it. I just happened to have twins the second time. I'm like, oh my goodness. He gonna try to put her in the same boat with him. Scrap, ain't nobody in the boat with you. Ain't nobody got nobody pregnant as a result of a threesome. He said, no, I know somebody. It's all right. Next subject. So anyway, he let Mama D know that the young lady she coming from New York. She lives in New York. She coming from New York, and she gonna come to meet them. They switched to they on the bus, and they talking to Carly. She trying to let them know that, they was talking about the text where she told Zane to come to her room, and she was trying to tell them that she didn't want Zane. She was talking about as her brother. She wanted him to come to her room as her brother. I don't believe that at all. But Carly's husband was there, so he didn't like the fact that Zane kept calling Carly a B. So he, Carly husband, T-Lo, he was like, Mama D gonna be, she gonna do a Medea. Mama D is Medea. So, Carly husband, T-Lo, said that he just didn't like that Zane kept calling. Yeah, Carly said that Zane was her brother. That's what she said, bro. I wanted him to come on and talk to me as my bro. All right, bro. That's right, bro. No, it wasn't. No, it was bro. All right. All right, bro. So anyway, Scrap brings the baby mama to a 6-bedroom house. she not attractive to me. Um, she has hard features. I can't quite put my finger on who she looked like, but she has really tough, like rough features to me. But anyway, they at a house that they know they not finna look at, buy, lease, or nothing. But just to fake the funk cap. So they start sitting down talking. Um, she started talking about how she lost her mother while she was pregnant. That's when she had a soft spot for me. I said, "Oh man, your mama died while you was pregnant? Jesus, sheesh. Oh Lord Jesus." Um, Her mother passed while she was pregnant with the baby. Yeah, that's horrible timing. It is. It really is. That was another reason I had to have my hysterectomy, because I knew I wasn't having another baby without my mama. I was like, oh, it ain't y'all can take this thing right here. Cause if she ain't gonna be in the delivery room, ain't no need of me. Hey Nisha, thank you for joining. I said if she ain't gonna be able to be in the living room, the delivery room, ain't no need of me even. I ain't having nobody's nothing. I wasn't having nobody's nothing anyway. But so she was saying that her mom passed while she was pregnant. And I know Pepper. I know. Pepper said, "Ooh, it ain't nothing like a mama." Ooh, say it again. And that's what she said. She was saying that Mama D disappointed her because she thought that Mama D would be, there for her. Shut up. No, I had a hysterectomy because I had to have one. It ain't your grandma's fault. But I wasn't going to have no more kids if she wasn't going to be able to be there. So she was saying that, I guess when Mama D came in the picture, I guess once her mama passed, Mama D kind of, took her under her wing. But also, it's okay. Mama D can take you under her wing and still say, I want a blood test. I want to make sure that that is my grandchild before I get all involved. Like, I'm not understanding what part of this don't she get. Your baby was conceived as a result of a mess, like Pepper said. You cannot get offended every time somebody bring up a blood test, because that is really honest. That's something that you should want to happen as well, because you should want to make sure that he is the father. Mama D gonna take that baby to the clinic herself. Yep. Pepper Chic, Mama D had the dang on stick already. Like, girl. She know Mama D anyway. If you don't do the test, Mama D gonna swab that baby herself. So she was just saying, that it was bold how Mama D flipped the script, because she thought that, she was going to be there. Anyway, so the crew that's out of town, they all going on the yacht, all the couples. Everybody taking pictures. Sierra talking about the Texas from Carly Red. Yandy and Mendices give their speech, because I think they the ones who, spearheaded this and whatnot. And then Scrap goes to Mama D's house. He's at Mama D's house, and he lets her know that Shakira, that's the baby mama name, Shakira, and the baby are coming. That baby is so cute. Ooh, that baby's so handsome. I said he had a head full of hair. He was so cute. So she pulled up. She brings the baby in. Mama D got the baby. She talking and cooing to the baby and stuff. Do you know this little girl, the baby mama, says, I got something for you, Mama D. She pulls out of her purse a muzzle. Here, you can put this over your mouth. That was so disrespectful to me. And had you said something like that to my mother, I don't care what you mad at my mama about. You better talk to her about it, because you're not about to pull a muzzle out on my mother. Especially when all she was doing was making sure that this grandbaby was hers. That's it. So, um, Mama D said, I don't need that. No, it don't fit. And she was like, yes, it do. And then Scrap said, yeah, I'm about to go. My baby not about to be around this negative energy. And I don't like all this negative energy. And she was like, Mama D, like, what you mean? I ain't even said nothing. And the girl like, but you know what your mama been doing, and you know what she been saying. So Scrappy walks out. So she walks out and chases Scrappy to go outside and argue with him. Now he don't like negative energy. Exactly, Mia. When he the king of negative. He the king of why Bambi and Erica stayed beefed out all them years. So she like, where you going? Why you ain't come back? He like, cause I don't want to be around all that. And you disrespecting my mom. And she like, you ain't saying nothing about her saying something to me. So then Mama D say, she done left out to chase him, and I got the baby. And she mad at me, but I'm holding the baby. So she mad at Mama D, but she gonna leave her baby with Mama D while she go out there and chase Scrappy and holler at him all up and down the street. I said, oh, they wouldn't be in front of my house carrying on like that. Y'all ain't gonna be over here carrying on like that. And these folks think I got all these crazy people in my family. Y'all can go on about that. So Mama D comes back in, and the baby mama comes back in, and she starts crying. So Mama D goes in the room. She closed the door because she don't want production them to film her. So Mama D like, what's wrong? Like, what is the problem? And she like, it's just always something. It's always something. That girl feelings are hurt because Mama D done pulled that drug test out. She said that everybody online got something to say about her and her daughter. She has an older daughter. She said that her daughter is reading this and seeing this. But you made the decision to be engrossed in this activity and this behavior. Didn't nobody put no gun to your head and tell you, come over here. You better come over here with us. And you better do this with us. And you better do that. Nobody did any of that. You decided, you made those decisions on your own. So you, as a parent, should sit your daughter down and say, baby, mama did something that she wasn't proud of. I did something and I got to explain it to you, and I want to tell it to you before you see it in the blogs. Instead of sitting over there crying and pouting, because it ain't nobody's fault but yours. These are your life decisions that you have to make, that you have to think about, because you chose to have this baby as a result of that behavior. So you knew that your daughter, he was a public figure. You knew that your daughter would later on find out about what you did, which most of us, whatever skeletons we got in our closets, our kids don't have to know about it, because they wasn't there, ain't nothing on TV, wasn't nothing filmed, and ain't nobody gotta know nothing. But you, on the other hand, Miss Lady, you decided to participate or partake in activity with somebody who is a social figure. And hey, Keith, thank you for joining. The daughter, no, well, we haven't seen the daughter. She didn't show the daughter, but she mentioned that she has a daughter, an older daughter. And she said that her daughter is a teenager and, has social media. But you didn't care about that when you was, hello, oh, what's your name? You said Scrap. Okay. You barely know this man's last name. You about had to Google him to get the information to the hospital. So now you want Mama D to do something that you didn't even have the respect to do. And it's your body. So you want Mama D to not speak about the situation, don't talk about it, because of course it was people in the comments. Nobody knew who she was until she was in there. And you know, Pepper, I would have told him, don't bring nothing, no camera. Don't you bring nothing, because the way that they was aired out is because the other girl went on Instagram. I don't know if y'all remember, but a long way before this, she got on Instagram and was like, put a finger down if you had a hookup with one of your love, yeah, and you decided to call one of your homegirls, and your homegirl came in and she played with it, and she ended up getting pregnant by your little ooh-wee. And your ooh-wee is Scrappy, the rapper. She came out and told it. Then Mama D supposedly had a heart attack, had to go to the hospital. Mama D supposed, once she got the news, she supposedly had some kind of heart failure or something. She was in the hospital after that. So the girl came on and blasted it. That's why everybody knows, yes, the hospital is sick of them. And now, you know, this is where we are. But instead of her saying, yeah, I had to have a long talk with my daughter because, things started coming out, and I wanted to approach it before she was able to read through the comments, or somebody at school talking about her, or because, kids can be very, very cruel. And so, of course, she going to school, and kids like, oh, that's your mama. Your mama had, how kids can be. So, they at school, they doing that, her daughter dealing with that and all that stuff. But you could have got ahead of that and explained it to your daughter the way that you wanted her to see it. And whoever else had said anything, she would have then known what you told her. Thank you, Mia. Thank you for the super chat, baby. Appreciate you, love. And you want to get ahead of it so that you can say, listen here, my mama already told me what happened. Y'all don't even know the real, because she told me, y'all wasn't there. Then she can kind of ignore the comments. She can think about what her mother said to her, what story she gave her. But she in there crying because she talking about my daughter, and she got to be a part of this, and she a teenager, and she can see these comments, and I just don't want her to have to deal with this and to be a part of this and all of that. But sweetheart, that's your child. That's your responsibility. This is your situation. You were an adult and decided to indulge in this all of this rigmarole, this mess, like Pepper said, this mess. You chose to deal in this mess, and you got to put your big girl drawers on, baby girl. You done took 9 months and growed this beautiful bouncing baby boy and all of this. You got to just, hey, take one for the team, because we can't blame Mama D. Hey, Crystal, thank you for joining. We can't blame Mama D, because Mama D just doing what a grandmother would do. I need you to make sure that this is your child. But Mama D did say, oh, he looked just like Scrappy and Imani, Scrappy's oldest daughter. So, um, Mama D just started consoling her. She just started hugging her and just telling her, it's going to be all right, baby. But you can't just run out and chase him and leave your baby. Your baby is your priority, not him. He ain't your priority. You are going to have to now make sure that you are continuing to make your baby your priority, because that really wasn't a good look when you ran out there to chase him and left your child in here with the woman that you were mad at, because you were mad at me for a temporary moment, and now you're overwhelmed and crying because you feel like it's just too much for you to handle. Yeah, Scrappy is a grown man, girl. You better handle your baby. And I swear my mama would have said the same thing. I would have got a whooping if she would have saw me chasing some man down the street talking about, where you going? Where you at? And I done left my baby in the house. I would have got back in the house and got a whooping. Yes. But Crystal, you should have seen it. It was worse looking at it, because I'm looking at her like, girl, you just met this man 9 months ago. You just met this man 9 months ago. You had to DM him to tell him that you were expecting, because you didn't want to tell your homegirl. This is Love and Hip Hop. Oh, the whole thing is a mess. You did not want to say. You didn't want to tell your homegirl. Girl, guess what happened? Girl, the other night when I was with you and homeboy, girl, why such. She didn't want to do that, so she had to DM him and wait for him to read it and call her back. And he like, hey, this Scrap, everybody horrible, starting with Scrappy. He like, hey, I'm just calling somebody back because this Scrap, is this a fan? Somebody DM me? Is somebody punking me? And she like, remember what we did that night? I'm pregnant. He like, and now what you say your name is again? Shakira. He like, oh, okay. Well, how you know it's mine? Cause I wasn't with nobody else. I was only with y'all. You and my home, like, oh my God, this is just horrible. I swear I hope that little boy don't get grown and start looking at where he came from and start just reading them comments and reading that story. Can you imagine you trying to find out, did you love my mom? How long was you and my mama together? Was I a love child? Was y'all in love when y'all made me? Like, and then y'all gotta go back to day one. And then you gotta really say, all of the kids in this story are entitled to compensation. You Mimi, they got mesothelioma. If you have been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call this number. And you are entitled to compensation. If you had blood clots in the year of 1998, And then the next commercial, if you are a baby of Scrappy from the rap group, call this 800 number. Oh my goodness, it's just a hot mess. I'm telling you, like, you mean to tell me that y'all gonna have to tell this boy where he came from? Lovely children of love and hip hop, Messy T. Right, that's what. Pepper, that's what they gonna tell the baby when he grow up and get old enough. But then when he grow up and start researching it, he Google his mom and his daddy, and he see them stories about the girl who talking about put a finger down. You drank, you'll get a miracle. Yes, I do remember that, Crystal. I remember that. And remember that people used to pay for that water too. They used to send all that money to them churches talking about this the blessing water and used to. That's crazy because I know somebody that's still. Anyway, let me leave my family out of this. But Reverend Ike. Yeah, but that poor baby gonna start reading up on that stuff and looking at them comments and Googling his daddy and his mama. And then you know his sisters and brothers gonna tell him when he start playing with them. Cause you know how kids are. Reverend Ike, my mom was faithful. A whole lot of people mamas was faithful to Reverend Ike Pepper. But yeah, you know them other kids gonna be like, you know how you got here, right? You know kids are, yes, your brother would definitely tell it. You know your brother would have told it. Your brother would have been like, you know how you got here. You know your mama was a so you know your brother would have ran it off, baby. But them other kids is going to tell that story. And that poor baby is going to have a problem when he goes to school. When he gets older, up in age, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you the threesome baby. Oh, that old boy over there, that's the threesome baby over there. Yeah, he the one came from the so. He the threesome. Y'all gonna have to send that baby to school. Oh, they gonna have to homeschool him, Mimi. They gonna have to homeschool him. Oh, we just gonna keep him at home. That's child abuse." Mimi, you say that's child abuse. To send him to school, you think it's child abuse? Because I think the whole thing is child abuse. The whole situation. The fact the fact that she gave birth is child abuse. Because that poor baby deserves better. He deserves better than just to have some parents that want a storyline and want to be on TV and want to beef their storyline up. Because of course, you know, Scrappy took this to the contract table. Oh, I got a baby coming. This how she we had got together on August 12th, and she called me and she DM'd me on September the 13th, and you know, and when I called her back, okay, all right, congratulations. Yeah, he gonna be like, yeah, we could negotiate some more because you know I got my baby now, and I gotta get her some we gotta get him some money because he gonna need some Pampers and stuff. So you know she had the little baby shower on TV. Scrappy made sure that production paid for the baby shower and paid for the venue and paid for, you know, all the stuff and at the baby shower, got a good gift. He made sure they did all of that. That I'm really thinking about it. That really is a TV baby. Yeah. Right. He had the baby on purpose because they want some more money from this show. And you know, he and now that him and Bam, yep, real life hit 500 subscribers today. That's what's up. Yes. Yeah, production paid for all of the baby stuff. Her name is Shakira or Shakira. Pepper said it's about the fame and the money. Yep. That's a shame. Y'all people would just do anything. That is just crazy. Jay-Z wasn't lying when he was talking about Hollywood. Oh, it's the light. You're blinded by the that's yeah. She on the hook, got him on the hook for 18 years. Yes, Crystal. So y'all really had to do that. That is yes, that's the society that we live in. And they ain't even in Hollywood, right? But they act in Hollywood though. Because all of this. So no, he has 5. So doing all this to move to Atlanta. So he got Imani. Him and Bam got 3. The little boy and the 2 little girls. And then this little boy. He said he always wanted another little boy. So I'm sure that if it was a girl, he probably would have been like, oh, this Robin. He probably would have been like, oh, I can't do no more girls. I got enough of them. Pepper said probably trying to get a spinoff, Scrappy and Puppy Pound. Right. But you know, he said that on the show last night too. He said, I wanted another little boy. He said, I wanted another son. The little boy is beautiful now, and you can't take that from him. He is gorgeous with a head full of beautiful hair. He is absolutely gorgeous. Nah, can't take that from him. That baby is beautiful. But it's just like, I mean, and now we looking at the baby as a prop. Is that a prop to y'all? Like, this is a real human being. This little boy gonna have feelings and everything. And this is all y'all got to do just so you can move to Atlanta? Then she talking about, is you gonna pay for my house? He like, I pay for everything. And then he like, what you gonna do for me? Then he like, you gonna rub my feet? And then she started rubbing his feet. I was just like, this is a mess. No, the baby is Chocolate Crystal. Talking about his kids like he brought us to the store. I'm glad it's a boy, because if it was a girl, he would have gave it back. Yes, he would have left that girl in New York where she was. He would have been like, oh, I ain't bringing you. No, I ain't bringing you up here. No, down here, I mean. I ain't bringing you down here. Then she about to go from New York to Atlanta. She gonna be so bored. Ew. Girl, you don't even want to move to no Atlanta. You gonna move to Atlanta for him while he running around the city with Susie, Jane, and Mary, and you gonna run to Atlanta? Ugh. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. So she said that as long as he paying for it, she gonna rub his feet and Oh, Crystal, say it again. Oh, and I said I'm surprised she ain't got a dose of it already, because he was just online with another girl. He posted a picture on Instagram. What was that? I think it was Sunday. It was over the weekend, like either Saturday or Sunday. He was out with another girl shooting basketball, like at one of those little play places, and they playing basketball. So I'm just looking like, where is the baby mama? Because yeah, she do. She know he in the music. That's why she had that baby. She thought that baby was gonna be a check, but she gonna see that he don't take care of none of them kids like that. He don't be giving them kids money and all money and stuff like that. The only reason why Bam get the amount that she get is because she got three. That's the only reason why she get the money that she get, because she got three kids. So of course, when you got all of those, they just pile it all together and just make it one payment for all the kids. So she get the money that she get because she got multiples, but I know, Crystal. Oh Lord, it's so sad. I'm getting old. That's all it is. I believe she's gonna get some kind of child support. I do. I believe she will. I think that, and I believe that, he do, kind of take care of the kids at some point. I know, I'm old, Crystal. It don't take nothing for me to get tired. And I believe, and that's why he was telling her to move to Atlanta too, because he was saying that it'll be easier for him to, help take care of the little boy. He was saying that he wants to be involved. So that's why she trying to find a place in Atlanta so that, they can all be together. So, hey. So, Mama D Consoler, they go to dinner for the last night of the couples retreat thing. Ashley and Zane apologized to Tilo prior to Carly coming out. Carly come out. They apologize to her. She act like she don't want to be bothered with the apology. Bam said that she didn't want to be on Spice record. So young Jock said he's going to try to do, he said he got some producers together and he's going to try to do a love and hip hop album or song or whatnot. And it's not going to be a messy type thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the music to see, it's a lot. They are talented. It's a lot of talented artists that, can spit a little bit. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Bam boyfriend Ray gave her a promise ring. He has since proposed to her. So they are engaged. And they wished Jock and Kendra a happy anniversary. It's their anniversary. It's our anniversary. So yeah, that was Love and Hip Hop, y'all. So we'll see. We'll see what Scrappy and his new family. Dang, Mia. All right, super chatting on chatting. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, babe. But yeah, that was the show, and we'll see where Scrap going with this, with all of this, and what him and his baby mama, and what kind of drama they about to be dealing with, and what kind of issues they're going to be dealing with, because you already know that she's going to be on the show. They're going to be dealing with whatever issues they're dealing with the child, and what where she don't want her child to go, and what women she don't want her child around, and who she don't want to see her child, because if she ain't met them, they kid can't go. All of that, we got to go through all of that. So now we are part of the circus. This is guess this is what we doing. We gonna be a part of their love circus. The person from Crystal, that's been a long time. You talking about was that Fizz? Was that Fizz that was on was that Fizz that was on Love and Hip Hop? You a baller, Mimi. Good looking. Baller me, please. Yeah, woo, that was a really. So you talking about April when Omarion baby mama and Fizz was on there. I know my daughter used to love B2K. You see another baby in Scrappy? Oh yeah, Fizz was on LA. Okay, you right. Yep. Yeah, Pepper Fizz was on LA. Fizz and April, because they was going together, remember? Pepper said, I see another baby in Scrappy's future. Ooh, Pepper. I hope I don't see no more. 5 is enough. 5 is good enough. Yeah, Ray J. Who you said RJ? Ray J. Yeah, Ray J. Ooh, Ray J. Allegedly, I think he on drugs. I think he on drugs. Yeah, I think Ray J. I think he on drugs. You know, Brandy separate herself. He was on when he was on Shay Shay. He told Shay Shay, we me and Brandy not speaking right now. He said that I don't think she be want to deal with all of that extra. Ray J is a lot, and it just seemed like he just not somebody that you can. He seems like an acquired taste. Like I can deal. You can probably deal with him like every other Friday. But I'm sure Brandy is like, she seemed like she real quiet. And you know, she one of them girls who like keep to herself. So she ain't up for all of that. She not into all of this. Go to every industry thing. Nope. Princess didn't last either. And you see they was calling the police and all arguing and fighting in front of the kids and stuff. Ray J is just, I don't know. He just seemed like a loose cannon. Like he's not like he not stable. He got some money though. He got some money. He know how to invest. Went off on the mama. Well, Crystal, you know what? About that mama. She seemed like she a mother something. She really do. She seemed like Ray J mama. She seemed like she is a. She really, to me, she do. She seemed like a real to me. And I think that she probably was acting funny towards Princess. And I think Princess was just like, you ain't, this ain't what we doing. Because, you know, she think Ray J a baby. She swear that he don't do nothing wrong. He, you know, the sun rise and set on him. That's her little baby boy. So, you know how these mamas is about their sons. So I always felt like she was just one of those, I ain't like her. Then when they had their show and Brandy was like, I gotta fire you because you don't work with nobody. You don't work well with nobody. And you know, Brandy was trying to tell her like, you gotta play nice because you're my manager, but I also have like engineers. You know, we also got producers. We also have a label. We got executives. She told him he better than the mess that he been in. Okay. You see when he went in the club and asked the woman to go home with him. Yeah, I saw that too. But you know that's what he a payola. He is. Yeah, that's what the industry rumors are. Like, they mama is real. What's her name? Nora? Noya? Nora? No, Sonya Norwood. That's her name. They said she difficult to work with. They said that she wants to be the only one on any like project. And they said that's not the way that goes. She has to consult and meet with other people. And she don't want to do that. So Brandy had to like put her off of a couple of projects of hers, but she did say that her and Ray J said that what they loved about their mother managing them is nobody could get over on them. Like, she wouldn't let nobody do what they would do to childhood stars. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Usher too. Usher used to disrespect his mama though. Yeah, until he married Tamika. Remember when he married Tamika and his mama was like, "Ugh, I'm getting out of here." Yeah, his mama was his manager until she couldn't stand Tamika Raymond. She did not like that girl because she was older. And she was like, get her out of here. And Usher was like, but that's my wife. He was like, where's she gonna go? Like, that's my wife. I can't, where I'm gonna tell her to go? She lives here. And then Usher mama just removed herself because she did not want to have to deal with Tamika. Yeah, that was a mess too. I think Usher mama was cool though. Usher just was a fool. But Usher mama was cool. And then Brandy and Ray J mama Sonya, she wasn't cool. Usher mama used to get along with, she would go along to get along. She knew the game. She knew that, you get more bees with honey than piss. So she just knew how to play by the rules. Ray J and Brandy Mama just didn't care about what the rules were. So that was just a problem. All right, y'all. It's 9:30. It's been real. I have really enjoyed y'all. I have a good time on here with y'all. Y'all have been very cool and kind. Thank you all for joining. And we will be back here tomorrow. Oh, I gotta do my membership. I think I'm gonna do a live for my membership tomorrow. So make sure y'all get the membership. If you're not in it, make sure you get in it. I'm gonna do a membership live tomorrow, y'all. So Sweet Squad has been real. Thank you all for joining. And y'all have a good night. And I'm out. See y'all. Good night.